My version of the tree frog cookie. And I'm just going to start out with my green outlining thick frosting and just make a little head. I'm going to make the little indentation for his eye. There's his head, and now we're going to go right into his arm. And now I thought it would be kind of neat for his little webbed feet to just peek over the edge of the cookie like he was really grasping the cookie to hang on for dear life. So I just put a little dab of orange underneath his little webbed toes for a little depth, a little extra detail. I'm gonna go back, and they have really skinny limbs. Make his belly, and now his leg. And here we go back. I'm gonna go back and add, and you can see I'm adding that orange right over the edge of my cookie. And the reason I'm able to do that is because I'm using super thick frosting, so it doesn't leak all over. It just stays kind of where I put it. And I'll just finish up his toes. Go and finish that skinny leg. Round off his little body. Go back to our other leg. And I'm going to add that little orange detail again. And one of the reasons I call this my version of a tree frog is because actually their whole feet are orange. These little fingers, for lack of a better technical term, are orange as well. But okay, so this is a great example of when you can screw up. Anytime I screw up, I just take a toothpick and just scrape my screw up away. If only life were so easy, right? So go back, add his body. Now we're gonna do the other arm. Boy, I'm just screwing up all over the place. Go back and add our little orange detail. And one of the reasons that my frosting is sticking so much like this, and I keep making the mistakes, is because, I'm going to add another one down here, is because it's so thick, which I like, because it allows me to do fun stuff like this. Okay, so we're going to go back at our arm, and now I'm going to finish with his head. Just come around, little indentation for his eye. And now I have my general body for the frog. And I would like to go back and add, since this is a red-eyed tree frog, I'm going to add his red eye right in here. And then I'm going to add the little black detail. And since this is a straight view, I'm not going to put the black right on top. I'm going to put it off to the side so I can just attempt one level of accuracy on our little toad. And I did want to add that wet so it soaks right in. So we're doing okay so far. And now I like to go in and add my filling icing. And you can see this is considerably looser. I added quite a bit more milk to this to get it to be so runny. And I'm just using a plastic bag. There is no tip in this bag. It's just the bag. And I just cut the very tip off of the plastic with my scissors. And since the icing is so runny, it just comes right on out. And so I'm not really applying any pressure right now. I'm just kind of filling in the icing that's already in there. Alright, so that is my tree frog cookie. And I think it's turned out okay. I don't think there's any detail I'm going to go back in and add right now. But I just love how his little webbed feet are just hanging off the edge ever so slightly, like he's just holding on for dear life.